welcome back to Traveler's PROC. We're joined by SoloOrTroll.
Happy to be here.
I don't know what I was going for with that, but
it's good. Just 10 seconds in, make him feel awkward. Oh God. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Sat. Of course, hopefully all of you who maybe watched the kickoff tournament are here to see the champ. You know, the back-to-back kickoff tournament champ. Actually, dude, holy crap!
you actually haven't lost a kickoff tournament this year.
Dude, that's
OP.
Yeah, I did okay. I did okay this time. I didn't do like particularly that great, but the hot dog Odin was pretty fun.
Yes, dude. That's the only thing I wanted to, we were going to talk briefly about the tournament. The only thing I wanted to ask you about was the hot dog Odin pick. Against the Kings, I feel like you were so fed that game.
Yeah.
That looks so. I wish I could have been in that game as the hot dog, dude. I wish I could have traded spots with you, dude.
Wait, didn't you play? Was that right after the
That
chalk
looked so
game
much
too?
fun.
Yeah, I think it was.
Dude, you were just a raid boss every
was,
game.
yeah.
It was so
Dude, my
funny.
favorite part is when you were just bouncing around by blue buff, and they just didn't even try to kill you anymore.
Yeah, it is so much fun just to start bouncing everywhere. Like it's because people don't know what you're doing. You're just bouncing.
Twig was he was Pele that game, right?
He was Pele for one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny when he ulted you in mid. And he
Oh,
just,
yeah.
he like
Okay,
half
that
ulted you,
jump.
and then you
Yeah.
just jumped over the wall, and you're like, okay.
I saw him at the wall. He was like staring at the wall, like damn, like that was sad. I felt bad actually. I was like, oh my god.
But thanks for joining us, by the way, both of you guys. After playing the set, that's
Thanks for having
crazy. I'm glad. I think we're gonna do Sundays from now on. Me and Mike have been talking about it. I think going forward, right? We're gonna do Sundays.
Yeah, yeah.
So me or Mike might have an SPL set, or even our guests. So I appreciate everybody that comes on in the future. That
Production
has a
as
set.
well.
And
Like
production too,
all the
yeah.
production guys.
My mental would have been shattered if I lost that. I'm like,
Have you ever had sets that like? Because I've had a lot of sets where it's more common. Like I'll lose the first 2 games and then push it to a game 5. Have you ever like had that before?
lost at the game 5 or
What just either? Because did you guys reverse sweep on the Titans last year? You had one season 8. I know you had a reverse sweep.
Did we?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did. we did
No, I don't
to the
think so.
Kings in season 8. I remember.
So is that the first reverse sweep you've been a part of? Either way.
I'm trying to think. I think so. Honestly, like I can't. Yeah.
The reason I bring it up is because I was like, after the game, I was like obviously you're upset you lost, but it was a fun set. Like I learned a lot from that set, and the games are pretty good. And like you always have something you can change after a set, right? So like. Yeah, it was a good set, I think. And then after, I'm like, it's kind of crazy, though. That's the first time I've been reverse swept. And all the Warriors boys, like the old Warriors boys, like Nika, Vote, and Dardas are like, join the club. Because they get reverse swept all the time.
They have to have the record of the reverse
For real.
sweep,
That's
right?
crazy.
They owned me. They've actually owned me.
Oh my
rough.
god!
Yeah.
At least you're like on par with them now. I'm changing my title for my stream. I forgot again, but I'm just gonna do it this time
Dude, I did
during the
that.
episode.
I did that for the SPL like point of view streams. I didn't change it. So I was playing WoW in the SPL for the first one. It was so troll
Did
versus
someone tell
Ravens.
you about it?
Yeah. After game 1, I think Kabam told me.
That's so funny.
He's like, yeah, you're playing WoW versus the Ravens right now.
Wait, what's your Twitch? Is it Solo Zero?
Yeah, zero actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solo. It's Solo spelled all the way out, right?
Yeah.
SoloOrTroll.
Yep.
Okay. I think I got it.
Oh,
And
you're,
that's
like,
a
putting the
plug
ad
for his
there.
Twitch as
Let's
well.
go. I actually have like.
Is your Twitter the same? What's your Twitter?
No, it's normal. Twitch is my only thing that with a zero. I actually have did the Twitch account. I have an alt Twitch account with the actual name on it, but I don't remember the password or the email. And I tried sending him an email to Twitch, like I literally own the account. Can you please like delete the account or something?
Dude, surely if you can like get in.
Wait, the original SoloOrTroll account?
Yeah. I have.
And
Like,
you have it, and
I
you
have
just don't know
it.
the
I don't-
password.
yes.
Wait, what?
I don't
know
know
the email?
password. No, I do not. I
Oh
literally
my.
put like 20 things, and I sent like a support ticket or whatever, like emailed support like twice, and then like they haven't responded. So I might try it again or maybe reach out to someone, but like it's not that big of a deal because like I'm kind of used to it at this point. But
Yeah.
like it's just so dumb. Like I have the stupid name, and I can't even like I can't even change
You
it.
put yourself in your own
Yeah,
like
but
prison.
I could probably
basically.
like there might be like some AFK, or what's it called? If you have like if you haven't like been on the account in a long time, you can like like some platforms have a thing where you can like take the name. So I might be able to do that because it's been like a long time since I've been on it. Like, I got it like 4 years ago or something.
Dude, that sucks because that's one of the things I feel like if you actually got to like call them or something in voice, it'd be so easy to explain, but you can't.
Yeah, I want to switch. It'd be nice to just. I love shorter names. Like I have Aurora the Chunk. I think on all my things. I would love to just have Aurora, but Aurora was taken, and it's like impossible to like get it because when you like search up Aurora on like any of like Twitch or Twitter or whatever, or is it Twitter or X now as well?
It's X, but like it's a transition. So like
because when
X
you type in X, it doesn't come up. You have to type in Twitter still.
Yeah, it's like a transition. Like the URL still says Twitter, and like certain things still say Twitter. There's some Twitter logos in certain areas, but like it's like X, formerly known as Twitter, but like X and then transition to Twitter. So I think maybe by like end of the year, maybe like
it'll be fully
next year, it'll
transitioned.
Be like fully X, and I think like people are starting to call it Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I think most people still call it tweets and Twitter because like
I feel like they're kind of trolling a little bit. Like tweet is so like iconic, like just saying like
it is pretty iconic. Like there's like a word in the dictionary. It's like for tweet.
Yeah.
Like it is pretty iconic, but I think the way like because I follow pretty much every Twitter employee. Like I like because you can go to like a company that has like the verified organization and you can check the affiliates and they like all the Twitter employees are basically like affiliates of the thing, so you can like look at all their accounts. And I just like follow like most of them, or at least the ones that tweet. And what Elon says and like what they also say is that like Twitter was good for like short like little tweets, like little messages, but X is more so like X is like part of Elon's like whole idea.
Didn't they say they want to make it like a news platform or something?
Yeah, so it's sort of like he's trying to make like the X everything app. And so when you have like everything like you have like payments like PayPal, like banking stuff, when you have like LinkedIn stuff where you can hire like a marketplace, maybe like sort of like Facebook marketplace, that kind of thing. You have like long form messages, long form videos, and like short form videos like TikTok or if you have like all these kind of things.
You've been doing that with the videos, right? You've like uploaded full games before?
Yeah, I did. I got kind of too busy and like kind of like not overwhelmed, but I kind of like it's hard for me to like stay on track with it.
I mean, it's tough. Like you're playing professionally and streaming a lot. Like there's so much.
Like I've been wanting to do some like actual YouTube videos instead of just like ripping the VODs. But
for
it's
sure.
hard. But
it's hard.
They're trying to make like the everything app, so tweets doesn't make too much sense if you can do all these other things and you're still calling it like Twitter. Like what is Twitter have all these things? That's kind of the thing they're.
I guess that makes sense.
So they're trying to basically change it into something completely different than what Twitter was.
Yeah, and
like use the foundation of Twitter to like push it basically.
Yeah, because he was gonna make his own app, but he said Twitter was like gonna sell it by like 3 to 5 years. And because people are already like so many people are on Twitter and there's like so many Twitter clones at this point. There's like I think there's like 4 other Twitter clones. Like
isn't there like Meta Threads or something now?
Yeah, there's like Threads and then there's like Mastodon, Blue
Mastodon.
Sky.
Never even heard of any of these.
Are the I was gonna say I've never heard of one of these. So like surely they can't be that.
The only one I know is Threads. That's like Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, Zuckerberg was the Twitter remake. So he was gonna make his own company, but I guess he thought like buying Twitter would just been faster. But then I think he tried to like get out of the deal. And then he like couldn't. I think he like griefed or something during like the buying process, and so he had to buy it. So he's just like, screw it. I'll just buy it and
GG basically.
Yeah. I mean, I think he thinks that he can make like a lot of money from it, like long term. Like he thinks he said like some prediction. He said that like X will be like the most valuable brand on earth in like 10 years. So I mean, I guess he thinks he'll make a return on it, but I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, 44 billion is pretty expensive. It's a hefty purchase. So
44 billion, dude. Think about how much money that is for a second, though.
It's a lot.
That's so much,
dude.
Dude, that is actually. Because how much millions is in 1 billion?
Do you know the old?
It is ridiculous.
Do you know the old Recful clip?
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
Yeah, that's what I think of as well. Where he shows 1 billion
like
dollars and he's deleting all the millions. That is like one of the best clips ever.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, you got to see that.
I'll link it to you after this. It's so iconic. I love it.
It's one of the best clips I've seen. But yeah, I think of that as well. Like. Just 2 Lambos here, 2 Lambos there. Oh, that's that's not even a million.
I love it, man. That's one of my favorite Twitch clips ever.
Yeah,
like, for sure.
Yeah, like 3 houses here, and it's not even like a million. Like
yeah, like you get like 300. Dude, that's crazy.
Wait, have you seen it?
I've not seen it. I was just like kind of.
Oh, I think he literally said that, so it's funny. He like literally said that. I want to go back to the the tournament, not necessarily like the games, but I want to talk over the groups a little bit since those just happened. So for people who watched it, I'm kind of curious what you guys thought of like the drafting process this time around. I know I was actually saying to Panny like during the draft, I didn't even remember how it went last time because somehow we were in the finals and we were in each other's same group, and it was because like they picked the Kings and the Kings picked us, and then I think we picked you guys or something like that. You guys being the Fairman, I pointed out Aurora, but yeah, I'm kind of curious what you guys thought of the process this time, maybe the whole tournament, how the groups ended up, all that.
Yeah, I think the process this time is way better because not everyone has to come in and like do the snake draft. Like I feel like it would kind of be unfortunate for someone to come in on their day off or like you know like I mean it's just kind of like a nice thing that you don't have to come in for. And also I think it just makes more sense. I think two teams like
for sure
that's the biggest thing. It just makes way more sense.
It's also way better for like I think it's a way better advantage for like the winner as well. Like you have first pick like 3 or 4 times in a row instead of just once.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like if you win last time, like you just had a first pick one time and like that's much it. Like
you didn't really get that much for winning it. Realistically, I feel like you just literally got to pick one team and like who cares that much at that point? Like you definitely have a lot more say in like the groups, which is pretty cool. I feel like. Mm-hmm. Did you guys get to pick like if you wanted to be Order or Chaos, or did you get to pick?
Yeah, we got to pick. Yeah, we chose Chaos. I was thinking it could be fun maybe to choose Order this time and just be different and like because I don't know we have genetics, so now the storyline could be that we're more organized,
orderly.
More orderly. But, Chaos is fun. You gotta be choosing Chaos, so we're like screw it, we'll just go with Chaos.
Nice. Dude, the Chaos group is perfect. You have you, Daniel, Jake, and Haddix. You got all the Demon Hour boys.
Yep,
that's perfect.
So that's gonna be fun.
Wait, is it basically the same groups but interchanging Kings and Dragons for these groups?
No, we had Levi's last time too.
We had Levi's too.
Yeah. So
that's right.
Okay, so it's because we had Ravens. Yeah, so it's So it's Dragons, Levi's, and change of Kings and Ravens basically.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of still a big switch up. Like it's
I think we've actually played. Actually, we've played you guys in the Hounds a good bit, like the Fairman Hounds. Like
we only played you guys. Oh, I guess no, we played.
It was like the seeding. Yeah.
And then
we played 2 tournaments and 1 regular season match. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Hounds we've played, except for this tournament, I think we played them all the other ones before, like the seeding one, Masters, and Kickoff. We played them. So yeah. No, it should be fun for sure. I think like it's kind of funny because last time everybody was saying how they wanted to put. Like, if you want to scrim a team, you put them in the other group. But I love best of 5 so much. I know you and I have talked about this a little bit, but like best of 5 regular season format, I just can't get enough of it because I just feel like the actual like sets, like that's how I treated this weekend as well. Like obviously, everyone's trying to win, but you're also like, we're new to this patch, you're learning a lot, and I really like that feeling of like you go into a 5-game set and you see like metas develop in sets, and I feel like that's how you learn a lot. So I'm pretty happy with our group just because I think like all the teams in it are good. Like I think they're just all smart drafters. Like never mind like how the actual games go. I think I'll learn a lot. So I'm excited for it personally.
Yeah, best of 5s are great. It's got to be interesting for you, Sat, too, because when you started, you came into season 6, right?
Yeah, that was best of 5.
And that was best of 5. Yeah. And that was like the last time best of 5s were like in the regular season. So that was like it was like normal for you to be in best of 5 games. And then I think season 7, did they switch it back to
we did best of 3s.
Yeah, so it felt a lot different. I remember like going from season 6 to season 7, especially with like all the changes between like the invades as well with Invader's Curse, and then just switching from BO5 to BO3. I feel like that was like we entered like a new era, and I feel like this year again, like there's been so many different things they've done, and then us going back to best of 5s, I feel like it's going to be like a completely new playing field, especially with all the changes like across the board with the recipes and like all the new items and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's such a crazy like swap up too, if you think about it, because like we went from playing best of 2s. It wasn't even like a winner every set.
I remember watching that.
And then we went to 5, and then 3 is kind of like. Did you have an opinion on best of 5s when you played them? Like what you liked?
Yeah, I actually really liked it because well, I didn't like having to wait like 3 weeks before like a season game, but I like the fact that like it felt like we prepared for like a match, and like each match was like pretty big. Like I still remember like each set from that season. Like it just felt like every matchup was just like important and like it mattered, and like we prepared for it, and it's like memorable. So I think that's really cool, and I think like you said as well, like a lot of like metas evolve over like best of 5s, and it's a ton of fun. Like just also like reverse sweeping, stuff like that. Overall, like everything's better about it, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
you
more
can try more stuff too.
Yeah.
More stream time.
Yeah, you can try more stuff, and I think like the prep is also more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because like, it's not necessarily like a bad thing, but like, you go into a best of 3, and you like, let's say a team plays like, I don't know, like they play to some standard pick. You're like, I feel like you're way more worried about it because you don't want to give like, you don't want to give a game advantage. Whereas like, in a best of 5, you might be like, oh, like everyone's first picking this god. Like, let's see if we can do something about it. Like, let's see if we can counter this or whatever. So I enjoy that aspect of it as well.
Yeah, I feel like going into like a best of 5 too, like usually in a best of 3, you can kind of predict like for the most part like what's gonna happen like in the first 3 matches, and then after game 3, it becomes like the wild west basically because people start trying crazy things in draft. And it makes it a lot of fun.
Dude, I feel like the side selection actually is a lot less important in a best of 5 as well, because I know sometimes people like not necessarily complain, but like you can get a little unlucky, like depending on the meta with like the coin flip of if you're like first or second pick, and if you don't actually get choice. But in a best of 5, it's not as big a deal, you know. That's just like a 1 game advantage, and like it's 20% of the set instead of a third of it. Like it's not a huge thing, but it's nice.
For sure.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was saying I agree with you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Dude, my hair's pissing me off. Sorry.
So what we usually do when we have people on, we ask them like what got them into Smite, like what got you into Smite, and like why did you start playing it basically, and who got you into Smite as well?
Yeah, so it was originally a YouTuber called the Syndicate Project, the COD Zombies YouTuber, and like a Minecraft guy. But I originally watched a guy named All Sham No Wow. He's like Captain.
That's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name. He's Captain Sparkle's his friend, if you know who that is. He's a Minecraft YouTuber. And I watched him play Smite in 2012. And he was playing Assault and Zeus, and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing. Because I watched like every one of his videos, like every time it came out, and I'm like, this sucks. It's like it's a wasted day, like it's a wasted video because this game sucks. I'm like, what's this like? This looks like RuneScape or something. I'm like, this looks so dumb. And so I never like cared about it for like 2 years. And I mean, I didn't even know what the title of the game was. I just like clicked it, like watched for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, this looks dumb, and then I tuned out. And then I watched the Syndicate Project because I watched all of his videos as well.
Nice.
And he played Smite, and I'm like, whoa, this game looks awesome. And he was playing Zeus as well. He played Zeus. I'm like, whoa, this guy looks so cool.
Nice.
And
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
So
and,
wait, when was that? That was still in 2012.
That was 2014.
2014, nice.
Yeah, and that was like March. Like early March.
So it was like right after the game officially got released, basically.
It was like before that, yeah.
Oh, it was like right before that?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I think it was like maybe like end of February, like early March or something, and I immediately downloaded it, and I'm like, this is so cool. And then I was like playing it every day.
What other games did you play like going into that, like other than Smite?
I played CS:GO originally,
Nice.
and like, I'm kind of sad because I gave all my friend all my skins because I was
So
like,
you had a lot actually.
I had a decent amount of skins, not like a crazy
Yeah.
amount. I didn't have like a crazy knife or anything, but I had like just like pretty like basic skins. It'd be worth like a few $100s probably.
Are they not available anymore?
Now they are, but like all the prices of all the skins. Like,
Yeah, the
goes up
market's
now.
just crazy in CS.
Yeah, and like I maybe would have had like maybe like $100 or $200 or something, but
That's cool.
it doesn't really matter. But I gave him all my skins, and I'm like, I'm quitting this game for Smite. You can have all my good skins, and I'll keep like the bad skins or something. So kind of salty about that, but
Because you could transfer all the skins to CS2, right?
yeah. It's all like on your inventory.
It's not released yet, right?
No, it's in like
coming
it's
out,
in
I
like
think,
it's in
right?
like limited testing.
Oh, cool.
I think you have to play like a CS:GO rank game or something, or like they kind of like send it out in waves, and I think no one's really sure like what like the requirements are to like get it. Probably just like luck and like maybe like playtime and like if you're ranked. My friends told me to like queue like 1 or 2 comp games and you'll get it. So I'm like, okay, I played like 3 comp games, placed in like silver or something, and I'm like, and I got it like 2 days later.
Nice.
So
Wow.
I played a game. I played a few games. It was pretty fun. It's just the same though. Honestly, it's like the same with like a few like things are overall better. Like it's definitely way better. But I feel like Valorant is way better. Like that's kind of like a Zoomer take. But
I feel like a lot of people agree with you though. To be
yeah,
fair.
I used to be a CS:GO like glazer for a while. I was like, CS is way better than Valorant. Like Valorant is so lame, dude. Like, but Valorant is just like it just feels more modern. So like everything like when you kill people, it feels way more satisfying. The gunplay feels more satisfying. The buying stuff feels way more satisfying. Like things like make way more sense in that game. Like you can like shoot and sell your guns and stuff before the round. Like everything just makes more sense. The only thing I don't like about Valorant is like all the abilities. Just like if you're on site, you get like Brimstone ulted and then like smoked, and you get like flashed and then flashed again, and then like all these walls are coming up and like all these like circles are like sucking you in, and like all this crap is like going on, and like it's hard to understand what is going on sometimes if you're getting bombarded like by space and like from something in space or some shit, dude. So But
you've been streaming it, right? A little bit, Valorant. I was watching a little bit.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit. I just felt like it. Every now and then I kind of get the itch to play a little bit.
Yeah.
And I placed in gold, and I haven't played since I haven't played in a few days, but it's pretty fun.
Nice.
It's like it's pretty fun. It's definitely just a well-made game. So
I will say as like a spectator esport, I didn't watch. This was the second Valorant Worlds I think that just happened. I didn't watch the first one, but this one I watched it a good bit with a group of people, and like it does have the thing like CS is definitely way more like simple to watch just because you can like there's not as many like characters or abilities or like all the stuff going on like you said, but
just grenades. Right?
Yeah. That genre of games is so hype to watch like esports for like all the like it's honestly just the clutch scenarios that just make it so fun. I feel like playing it and watching it, like seeing a 1v3 and then seeing like, oh, can they like actually do it and stuff. I just think all that stuff is so fun.
Yeah, I think like shooter like FPS is like CS:GO and Valorant are like the best esport for like someone to watch, because like you don't really need to know like much about anything. You just know like they're just like people with guns and they're shooting and they have grenades and stuff and there's like a bomb and stuff like that. So it's just pretty basic. And I'm also a fan of like every round you have the potential to like ace the team or like kill all of them or like to like clutch a game like you said. Whereas in Mobas, you could be like screwed out of like something that isn't like maybe necessarily your fault. Like let's say they just pick like full pressure, run at your blue buff, and it's like there's literally nothing you can do. And it's like at that point like you're kind of like or you're countered or something. And it's
especially if you're like a side laner, like your other side of the map can like lose the game for you and don't really get to experience.
Yeah, it's like like if I get like soloed off cooldown, and like my ADC probably wouldn't be able to carry the game. So it's like in Valorant or like CS:GO, like if your guy gets owned on like B site, you can just go over to B site and own people if you're good enough.
Yeah,
there's no evil jungler in
yeah, there's no Jengaru.
It's kind of funny because like it's kind of funny because like if you're a player of the games, like I love MOBA so much just because like I love the strategy aspect of it so much. Like just seeing that develop like through a tournament even or a different patch, I just love that part of it. But like I kind of equated it to like, for traditional sports, it's almost like the Super Bowl. Like you could not watch football all year, and there's like still so many people who watch the football just because, or watch the Super Bowl, watch the
Valorant.
They watch the Super Bowl just because it's like so easy to understand. I feel like that's kind of how CS is too. Like you don't have to play the game; like you can just watch it and you like feel the energy, and it's really cool.
Yeah, no, definitely.
100%. I feel like the best thing like for MOBAs versus like games like CS and Valorant is like there's a lot more preparation that goes into it. And I feel like if you have like you guys already both stated, like you have to kind of have a deeper understanding of the game to kind of really appreciate like the really cool things that happen like in Smite or like League or Dota or whatever. Like if you understand the game, then there's like really cool stuff like that. But just the ability to outplay people in like the shooter games, like in 1v3s and stuff, are super sick. But the one thing I love about Smite is that like compared to like League and like Dota and stuff, there's also, I feel like there's more of that like potential plays to like make really like hype plays or whatever, and like 1v2 like turn a gank or something, like when you reverse like adapting the one time and he ulted in your tower and you blocked him his Vimana. Was that earlier this year?
Yeah, it was this year. Yeah, that was so.
Yeah, and there was someone else too. It was the who else? Twig, I think. And I won. You stunned him in tower.
Like that. I feel like those plays are super sick, and like, I mean, that stuff happens in League too. But I feel like there's like way more of that like type of plays happening in Smite compared to like Dota or League, just because everything's basically a skill shot. There's like new wall, like what? Okay. Let's try to name all the non-skill shot abilities right now.
Nemo, Nethot.
Oh yeah, Nethal.
Geb Shield, Kepriol.
Geb Shield, Kepriol. Those are good. That's more than I would have got that fast. I'm trying to think if there's any other one. Oh, Sylvanas. Well, no, Sylvanas heal's still a skill shot, but it hits himself, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, like all those abilities, like are they actually skill shots though? Like an M2 is like, I mean, you have to be pretty dumb to like not be able to hit an M2 like 99% of the time, right? Like,
Well, if someone's like,
I mean, I guess M2 is a bad example because you can juke that.
Yeah, because like Hanbatsu and M2, I feel like are both pretty easy to hit, right?
Yeah.
But like I was playing against Kirmi at this last tournament. I Guan dashed through his Hanbatsu and he missed me, and I feel like plays like that can happen. Like Nem2 and stuff.
Yeah, that's
true.
Pretty
cool.
That's true. So yeah, I guess technically it's a skill shot.
Yeah.
Like is Hiba 2 a skill shot?
I was just say even like dude.
Yeah, true.
Even like Geb Shield and Kepriot, like if people are stacked up, like I feel like you see those.
Oh no, I miss Kepriot so many times. You've been on the receiving end of miss Kepriot by me as well. So
I love missing a Kepriot, man. I love just missing a Kepriot and the fight goes well. Anyways, it used to happen with Alec all the time or Fine OK. Like I'd either miss him or not be able to get to him in time, and like. He would just be like, "Oh, you're out of range." I was like, "Yeah, I just want to save it for Max. Like, we won the fight anyways. Like, you did your job. Got to make sure, got to make sure the ADC is alive. Like, definitely on purpose. No problem."
100%.
Nope, dude. For me, I just like, nope. I miss that. That feels so bad every time I miss Kepriot.
That feels so sad.
I say it in scrims for sure, dude. I used to have it with Sam for soccer. Like, he'd be on my team and he loved making tower dive plays with Kepriot. And sometimes he would just like I'm staring at him, like, you know, like I'm staring at him and I know he has blink and he like hesitates. So I'm like, oh, he's not going to go for it. And then I turn around and then he like dives and I like try to flick my camera and I just miss completely like my actual targeter. It's so sad.
Dude, the last Kepriot I missed that I can remember was against you guys in the finals at Worlds. Or semifinals at Worlds, and
you played Kepri that set? Dude, I don't even remember.
I don't remember that honestly.
I was Kepri game 3, and I can't remember if I missed you or I think it was Sino I missed, and I hit you. It's either I can't remember if it was you or Sino that I was trying to ult, but the person that I missed ulting died, and I ulted the other one of you guys. But it was at
I was Atlas that game, I think, right?
Yeah, I think, but I ulted, dude. I hate missing Kepri. It always makes me so mad. Like in the moment, I'm like, oh my god, that's literally why I picked this character, and then I miss it, and it feels so bad.
It really does.
But that was like, I think that's the last time I missed Kepriot that I can remember. But it happens like all the time, I feel like, and people are always like, dude, Kepriot's so easy to hit. I'm like, no, it's not, dude.
Yeah, the worst with those abilities that I hate are like, if you're in a scenario where you're actually going to use it on yourself and people are on, like your teammates are on top of you, it's so annoying because like you can't put the targeter directly on yourself. It's like in front of you a little bit.
Yeah.
So if they're standing in front of you, they just take it.
That's the worst. I've done that, dude. I hate when there's like 4 people like in a ball up, like when your team's like grouped on either on top of you or on someone else, and it's like you're just playing Russian roulette with your Kepriot, and you're like, you're here, just take it.
It's gonna be good on someone.
Yeah, I miss when it gave power, dude. That was fun.
I've wanted that back for so long.
Was that
have so much fun?
Was that season 3 they got rid of it, or season 2 they got rid of it?
I think they got rid of it in season 2.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That god was so good, and I feel like not a lot of people played him. Like Raffer is like one of the only ones who played him a ton. I feel like back then. Yeah,
the only set I even got to play because I think, actually he was in the SPL for a good bit. I think he got banned a lot, and then I remember for regionals I wanted to play him a lot, and it got banned like every game. And I think Jeff played it like literally once, and then it was banned every game again. So kind of sad. He's so fun, dude. I feel like people hate Kepri. I think he's so fun to play. I know, like, Nika always tells me, like, yeah, Geb and Kepri are the most boring gods in the game. Like, no way, man. No way. Geb's so fun.
Geb is
so fun.
You hate Kepri, though.
I don't mind him that much. But like,
you hate playing support. I love watching you when you play support. You're literally 2 minutes in the game. You're like, how do people play this role? Right? You literally that's your famous phrase when you play off.
I say that every time, every single time.
You're like, I'm so bored. How do people do this for the entire day?
That's why I always wonder. I'm literally like screaming, and I see Genetics. I'm like, how do people play support like that, dude? I'm like, how does he have fun doing that? I'm just looking at him like playing like Ares or something, like getting frozen. Like everyone's killing him. Like, how do you have fun? How do you have fun doing that? But I played a Kuma game. Like I think I told you about it. I was like I complain about it every time I get the chance because it was a 55-minute Kuma game the last season of Souls.
Oh yeah, and I was watching that game. I wanted to go to bed. I literally tuned into that game like 22 minutes in. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this game to see just until the end of the game because usually when I turn on a stream, sometimes I'll get like invested into the game. Yeah. What was that guy's name? It was like
Mr. Waffle 7.
Mr. Waffle 7. Yeah, MW7 and SOT. Dude, trying to roll the Qs. He actually owned in the last fight.
He was going crazy. Yeah, he was playing Kuzumo with Abyssal Stone. It's like he'd pop his 2, and then someone would hit him, and they're just like minus 20% cooldown.
Oh wait, that wasn't even the Kuma game.
That was different game. That was different game.
Okay, sorry. Go to the Kuma game. My bad.
The Kuma game. It was just like 55 minutes of me playing Kumakarna and support, and like I was actually trying to like end the game. Usually I just have fun in ranks, but I was actually like pinging my teammates, like spamming VGS. I was like geneticsing that ranking. I was like group up, like push left. I was like typing like push left to do fire, push left, and like everyone's like, yeah, we're just trolling. No one's grouping, and I'm like trying my hardest to end the game because I'm just so bored playing Kumba. and no one would end, and we lost. And I was just like, I hate this, dude.
Yeah, I actually think that is how you have fun on support and ranked. Is like you actually have to like VGS and like try to get your teammates to do stuff with you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that and you play late game, you're just walking around.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I do love just walking around as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Kumba's fun though with like moon speed, or he used to be more fun with like Bracer when Bracer is better, and like
Yeah.
you could like Traveler's boots.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so much fun.
That was so much fun, just running around full moon speed Kumba, just
Travelers, dude.
yeah.
Speaking of travel.
Think about it all the time. I actually wanted to ask you because we've mentioned your stream a couple times. When you got into Smite, do you know how old you were? Because you've been streaming for a long time too. I wanted to ask how old you were when you started streaming
Yeah,
as well.
I was 12, and I think I started streaming when I was 15. Because like before I played Smite, like when I was like like a kid or whatever, I wanted to be like a YouTuber. And I discovered like Twitch through Captain Sparkles as well, and he was playing Minecraft and stuff. And I'm like, well, this is pretty cool. Like, it's like YouTube but like live. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I want to do this in YouTube, like when I get older. And I kept playing, or I kept just chilling, like doing school and like playing Xbox and all that. And then I found Smite, and then I'm like, I didn't even know esports was a thing until I played Smite. Even though I play a lot of COD, and like I knew about MLG, but I didn't know there was an actual like esports. And so I'm like, holy cow, this is like, it's like YouTube and Twitch but like competitive. I'm like, this is crazy. Okay, I want to do this. And then like season 1, I was like watching SPL. I watched like every SPL game, like EU and NA. And then I was like in like middle school. I think like, I don't remember exactly, like maybe like 7th grade or something. I thought 6th grade, but maybe not. Like 7th or 8th grade or something. And I was like telling my friends about Smite. Like we played COD sometimes, and like we talked about games. So I'm like, dude, this game Smite looks so cool, dude. Like there's like these professional players are like playing and everything. This is so cool. I want to do that. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty dope. And I was like, okay, I want to stream, but like my computer was like really bad. I got it at Best Buy for like $400. Like my mom got it for me. Yeah, because I wanted to like quit Xbox. I guess I wanted to like be a PC gamer. I was like one of those like PC is so much better than Xbox. So I was like, and my best friend like quit Xbox. Like one of my best friends quit Xbox. And he's like got a PC. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go play PC. So like I sold my Xbox and got a PC. And I wanted like a gaming PC, but like we didn't have much money, so I had to wait like a long time to get it. And I got it in like 2017, and I streamed a little bit. I streamed like maybe like 40 hours in a month or something.
Yeah, I was just saying the first time I remember watching a lot in season 5. I don't know, like I don't think you weren't like unknown, but that was definitely like, I don't know, were you playing SEC off season 5?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was the first time I got like an actual SSC.
Yeah, okay.
Season 4, I was with Paul, and
that's awesome.
I was with Paul and Shing and Madman Mark.
Oh my God, Shing.
That's a good roster.
That is a good team.
It was pretty good. Yeah, we were pretty decent. Paul Rich quit one of our games. Madman Mark took his red buff. He left.
Oh, you don't do that, dude.
You don't do that. Yeah, that's like
awesome.
That was devious from Mark. And Mark's like, I don't care, dude. I don't give a fuck. You can leave if you want. And he just took red. And it was crazy. And like Paul didn't talk to us for like a whole week. And I was like talking to Shing. I'm like, is our team done? Like, what are we doing? And like Shing's like, I don't know. I'm trying to talk to Paul. It was so funny, bro. It was not a bad team. And then I think season 5 was when I joined like with like Sam and like, or I was with Sino actually. We're called Press F.
And then I stole Sino.
Yeah, and you stole Sino. Yeah. And then I was with Sam. And then you guys stole Moswell from me.
Yeah.
And then Sam got stolen from me.
Yeah, you were on the team that everybody stole from you from basically.
Yep. That was
But-
sad.
Wait, was Paul on that team too that year?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay. What team was Paul on that year?
He was on Anxiety Onset with like Mullis.
Yeah, I remember
Pain, right?
Miles. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Pain.
won like the first SCC tournament or something.
Yeah, they're going off.
And then he got picked up after that, right? By
Yeah, he did. Trifecta.
By
yeah.
Trifecta. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I started seeing you in ranked a little bit. Were you in the ranked games like in season 4? Or
Like a little bit. I was like GM, but like.
Because I remember I was going through my Twitch clips actually like pretty recently, like randomly, just looking at like ones with like 2 views from like back then, and I saw like I randomly found a bunch of clips with like Haddix like in my games like back then.
Yeah.
There was like a clip where I walled Haddix and he was like on top of my wall. I think he was like Osiris or Kuzenbo or something. I sent it to him. I gotta show you that. But I remember seeing you and Haddix and Jake like started popping up in those queues like back in like season 4. I feel like
Yeah.
season 3, early season 4, like all the way to season 5 basically.
Yep. I was GM in season 4, but like I didn't finish in GM. Like, remember, I reached it, I touched it, I'm like, oh my god, I took a screenshot, and I was like, I changed my title, Grandmasters ranked, and
That's awesome.
then I never finished it though, which like, kind of sucked, but I was definitely playing ranked, and like season 2, like season 1, I finished gold, and I thought I was like, oh my god, that's such a high rank. I'm like, holy cow, like this is so crazy. I'm like, I can't believe I'm gold, and that was like after a few months of playing. A few months of playing, I'm like, that's not bad, and
it's not bad though at all. Like if you, because I've coached like a lot of people on gold. Sorry to interrupt you, but like gold is good. I feel like because it's like in between bronze and masters or diamond or whatever
You're like right in the middle, yeah.
And it's like, as dumb as that sounds and as obvious as it sounds, like if you're gold, like you're like average at the game, I feel like in rank, and it's like a good starting point. I feel like
I was gonna say maybe even above, because I think some people like purely play casually, like they just want to play like arena or assault with friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Like I watched a lot of DM Brandon, and I think he was gold, and so I'm like, oh my god, I'm the same rank as him. Like this is crazy. I can't believe it. And one of my friends, he was gold as well, and I was like the highest rank on my friends, because like you can see like you're like I think you still can like your friends like a rank, and like he was the highest rank, and I'm like, holy cow, this guy's gold. I can't believe it. I'm now gold, and I was like so happy. And then season 2, I was diamond,
nice.
So not too bad. And I played low-key split push like every game to get out of gold. I was like in gold and plat, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to diamond just doing this, and then I'll actually start playing.
Dude, you were basking in it.
Yeah, I was devious. I played him like 15 games in a row, and I won every single game.
Dude, that's actually the strat though. I literally tell people all the time, like if you want to get into rank, just play 1 or 2 characters every game, and you're gonna like get better the fastest way just doing that. So
one trick's unironically you do learn a lot, but then like eventually you gotta like transition.
Yeah, you want to branch out eventually. But starting out as one trick is always a good way to like get good. I feel like because you learn a lot really fast.
Yeah,
I learn matchups really easily that way too, especially like for solo or something.
For sure, yeah. I always think just having fun, not taking it too seriously, is important as well, because like I see a lot of people who are like lower ranks. They focus way too much on their teammates. Like every game is their teammates' fault, and like I know it seems like kind of troll, because like that's like the most obvious thing, like the most obvious statement, like of course people are gonna talk about their teammates, but it actually happens so much. And I feel like if people just focused on like themselves, they just like don't type, and if they mute, like they should instant mute someone if they like start saying anything.
Yeah,
instant mute, and then you just like play your own game, and you'll probably win way more games if you focus on getting better instead of like just. Dude,
I was playing a game with Sam for soccer. This was like this past week, a few days ago. And someone in his chat, I'm not like roasting the chatter or whatever, but like someone in his chat linked a clip and was like, can you believe this? Like, look at what my teammate does or whatever. And Sam watches the clip and he's like, yeah, to be honest with you, like I actually think this play was kind of on you. Like you knew they were going to like come here, and that like, your dash was down. You walked up anyways. You just can't do that. Like you're going to die. And then they instantly were like, yeah, but this guy's been missing everything all game or something like that. And Sam was just like, Sam was actually sick, because I've never heard, like, I would have lost my patience for sure. Like, I'm just not patient enough. But he was just like, yeah, like, I actually think, like, if you just spend more time, like, focusing on yourself, like, it really is the best advice. Like,
100%.
Every single, like, top player, it doesn't even have to be, like, a pro player. Like, even just really good ranked players, like, you'll see that, like, common trait is, like, they'll think about what they do, because I know like it'll happen for me in ranked. Like there's plenty of plays that I mess up and I'm like, yo, that was my bad, like I should have stayed with you, like I could have done this or that, and then they're like, oh, all good, like I did whatever, and like you'll just like, it's just so much easier than like, what are you doing, how do you miss that, what the heck, man, like it's so bad.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, but dude, I do this. Me or Mike do this every time. I wanted to say something. I
owned you, dude.
I forgot as well. I was gonna say something.
Oh my god, this happens at least like once or twice an episode.
Oh my god, dude, I double owned you guys.
I'm trying to think what I was gonna say about that, but it was actually if it comes back to me, I'll bring it up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I'm just not gonna say anything.
You remind me of it with like the season 4 with like Jake and stuff. We asked Jake this as well, and I kind of want to ask you like. That like friend group, were you with them like playing ranked at that time? Like Jake, it was like Jake, Haddix, Stu,
Chaddix,
Glavis. There's one other person I'm missing. Grayson?
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson, and then Daniel. Yeah.
So I was friends with Haddix. Like Haddix was the first friend I met actually, or like I met like a few friends, and like we were like on Skype and stuff, and I stopped talking to them, and then I met one friend. His name was Brian, or Rip Spine. You might play for some maybe like season 3, but his name was Rip Spine, because like he would always carry us. He was very good. He would always carry us, and so that's why we called him Rip Spine, because like his spine would be would be broken. And awesome. I was queuing joust with him. Like we were just like queuing 3v3 joust, and I came with I saw Haddix in a casual joust game at like 2 a.m. and he was being like really troll and like really funny, and like I'm like, this guy's like really funny, we should like invite him. And then he was playing Kronos, and I invited him. We played and we became friends. And then Haddix and I I think we would just play like casuals and stuff, and like I don't know how we met like everyone else, but like I remember at one point we played a custom joust game because we had 6 of us. It was me, Haddix, Amiel, a friend named G-Dog, and like that Brian guy, and I think like another friend that like quit Smite and stuff. He didn't really play too much, and that's when we all kind of became friends. And then like we had like a little group going, and then we just like play ranked when like DOQ was out. And then I think like Haddix met like Jake in ranked, and they thought like Jake was like really quirky and really funny and like really interesting. And so yeah, I love that guy. I love Jake. And like, this guy's pretty cool. And I wasn't really talking to Haddix too much at that point because it was with Erin, if you know Erin Monjilton. I think she was in that Just game a long time ago. And I was friends with her for a while. Like we were pretty much best friends back in the day. And we all had a team. That's right, we had a team. So it was me, Haddix, Brian, and I think a few other people. And then I think I got kicked because I was playing like a bunch of random stuff. I wasn't playing like meta stuff, and like I was playing Nem. I remember one time I was playing Nem solo lane with like Sunder first when Sunder was like really OP when it first came out.
Oh, like when it could kill people.
Yeah, it was like season 2 or season 3 or something, and I got kicked, and like they wanted me to play like Vamana and stuff, and I remember thinking like, I'm so bad at Vamana, I can't play it. And I would just play like random Nem and like I don't know, a bunch of random crap, and so they want someone else, and so I'm like, okay. And then I stopped talking to them, like Haddix and all those guys, and then at least that's why I remember at least. And I queued ranked with like Aaron like every day, and we were on like random like gold teams, like gold, like we were like plat or gold, and like going up to diamond like season 2 era. And eventually we became friends again. I was friends with Haddix, and he played mid on the team that we played.
Were you guys doing weekly tournaments, or was it
like weekly tournaments, and like I think trying to play like the open challenger things and all that. But we were pretty bad. We got like first rounded every single time. And eventually Haddix like went to solo lane, and then we all became friends again. And then they met Jake. I think I started talking to them again when they were friends with Jake, because I don't remember like meeting Jake. I remember just like hanging out with them one time, and Jake was there. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I never played versus Jake in rank, so I didn't really know who he was. And then I'm like, oh, he seems pretty cool.
Nice. Wait, so you met Haddix in season 1 then, like on the original team?
That's
like,
crazy.
It was like you and Brian, like, and that was you met him 2 a.m. in a joust game randomly with one friend.
Yep.
And then you've known him basically since season 1. That is crazy.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I remember we were like squeakers and like
Haddix is like, hey guys, how's it going?
I was 12 and he was 13, and it was really funny. Like we'd always attack each other. Like we fought so much. Like we bullied each other so much. Like I had him blocked and muted in like a Discord call with all of our friends. I just had Haddix muted because I couldn't stand it. And those are good days. Those are definitely.
That's awesome. Days. I've never heard like, forever I've just known like, oh yeah, like all these guys like hang out, play ranked. I've never known like any like slight origin of the friend group. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's hard to remember it all because like it all feels like kind of a blur. But
for sure,
that's definitely what I like kind of remember for the most part. And I'm not sure where like Pagon and like Stu came from. I think Stu just played ranked, and he was under Evo 3000 or Evolve or whatever.
Oh, Grayson's friend, I think Jake said.
Yeah, I think Grayson. Yeah, probably Grayson's friend. Yeah, and we all had like a clan with like Bars as well.
Bars is still in your stream all the time.
Yeah, we're still friends. There was like I met Bars in like 2015, so like season 2. Nice. But I didn't talk to him too much. But in like season 5 we hung out a lot, and that was when I started streaming a ton. I think I did 300 hours in like October of season 5, and I didn't get like paid for like anything. I was like doing it for free basically, because like I didn't run ads like ever until like last year, And so it's like a huge regret because I wish I ran ads. That I don't know.
Well, the
ads
structure used to be different.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it used to be way different.
Like you still got paid for it though, right? Like
You did a little bit, but
yeah, but it wasn't nearly as much.
people, they made it so. I mean, everybody used ad block. I feel like back then, and like if people used ad block, you wouldn't get paid for the people that use ad block for ads. So I think you made like it was like crazy difference compared to like
It was actually like worse because people just like every like other streamer just wouldn't use it that much because people would have ad block, and then if you did use it, people would just be like, why do you watch it? Whereas now it's like everybody uses ad block, so like primes are much easier. September plug.
True.
September is much easier. Yeah, all that stuff like turbo.
Yeah, like that actually like ad block doesn't work, right? You need like a special ad block or something, right?
you have to be like super good
Yeah.
at
There's like people who
maneuvering
code
the
it in or
ads.
something.
Yeah.
Like I don't. It's
Yeah, 'cause,
way
like,
past me.
It doesn't work for a lot of people. It doesn't work for me. So like
Yeah,
I
It doesn't work for me either.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I feel like Twitch Turbo is like OP because like
Oh,
you
it
don't get
is.
ads and like the streamers still get like paid for like the
Yeah,
ads.
it is OP.
Yeah, it's great. It's just good. Like, if you're someone like me, I watch a good bit of Twitch and I watch like multiple games. So like, I'll always like tune into like people who are playing Smite to say like, oh, like I wonder what they're up to, like how their games look. Maybe consider hitting like a rank queue. And always like I'll watch like WoW streamers every now and then. So like, if you even watch like 3 streamers a good amount, like Turbo's just more worth than
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I don't watch any Twitch honestly. Like I don't watch anyone really.
Well, yeah, you're streaming all the time, bud.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And
You're
like
a true streamer because that's what
Yeah.
every streamer says. They don't
Yeah,
watch Twitch because
exactly.
they're streaming
Really?
themselves.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. They all
That's
do.
literally what every like crazy good streamer says,
That's funny.
basically.
I probably should
grinding.
just. I probably should just like, maybe get inspiration and like I don't know, change up the content or like not change it up, but
Well, like you
improve
said,
it.
it's really hard. Like I used to talk to like Fineke about this a good bit. Like you always have this thing where you're like, oh, like I really want to, like maybe I should do like a guide video or something like this. But like it is really hard, and also at the same time, like your viewers obviously know you're a comp player, and like seeing you in SPL is also content, even if it doesn't feel that way, because like when you go stream, like you played our set today, right? Like people are gonna stream, they're gonna be like, oh, like what changed, like game 2 and 3, like what'd you guys do different? Like there's always like new stuff to talk about just because you are a pro player, so it's still
Definitely.
nice. So
yeah, definitely for sure.
I gotta ask you about. I had to check my notes for a second because I knew I was like, dude, there's something else I want to ask him about ranked, but I just can't remember what. When did the SOP moments start? What year did SOP moments become a thing?
It's probably like season 9, maybe late season 8.
Really?
I think it was
That
late
late?
season 8. Yeah, late season 8. I remember like the snow map, and like
I feel like it was.
Dude, I feel like you're trolling.
no way.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay, there's a story I wanted to ask you about. So I don't think any of them would care. It was you were on Armada, and it was in a scrim where you played tier. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the move speed one or
I don't know. It was you like yelled something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no, do not.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I used to say a lot of things. So
They always tell me the story. So Armada, you guys beat us at like season 6. I was on Rival, and we played you guys in the quarterfinals, and we lost to them. Like we lost to like an SEC team. It was like the first time that happened, and we were the 1 seed. And it was like they were all really good players. It was like you, Mask, Meerkat, Snoopy. Was it Geno support? I think it was Geno too. Yeah. And like
The double child Sterling, sorry.
Yeah. He went off.
Meerkat.
All of them except for you and Meerkat were like SPL players the last year. So like they were all really good players. And it was so funny because they were talking about like Meerkat. They all love to bring it up to me all the time. Like, oh yeah, you remember when you lost to us when we were on Armada? They love it so much. But they said they only scrimmed like 3 times before that tournament. That was the only time they could get scrims. And they said there was a scrim where you played tier and Mask got pissed at you apparently because they were like on like a game 3, game 4, and they're just trolling around. And apparently you were the only one alive. And they like, it's always funny when you're the only one alive and everybody's watching you and you know it. And apparently there's a play where he tear-offed into everybody and he yelled, Chapo hype!
no way. Okay, I think I remember that. Remember the AC 130?
Yeah, Osiris?
Yeah.
Dude, every time Sot would play Osiris, he would yell AC 130 inbound or something. And then he would be like,
Outdoor.
It was a few months ago. It was like the queue. It was a pretty good queue. It was like me, you, Baskin, Adapting. I forget who else was in there. I know Meerkat was in there. Dude, we were against Adapting, and it was me, Sot, Wooney, Meerkat, and I forget who else on the same team. I remember we were against Kenneth, and apparently Kenneth, like right before that game, he had like typed something. He's like, "These games are insane. I'm against the 4 horsemen of Rent," and we're all just running it down. And we're all laughing about it. Like me, Baskin, and Meerkat are in like Discord together. We're all laughing about it, and I'm like, "How much you guys want to bet I can get Sot going right now?" And they're like, "What do you mean? He's already like Sot momenting?" And I'm like, "No, just trust me." At the start of the game, you're playing Thor, and I typed Sot. We might need a couple AC 130s dueling stat.
I remember that.
And he goes affirmative. You hit level 5, you back, and I'm like, what's he buying? Instant persistent teleport, TP's duo ults in. It was too good. I loved it.
That was so funny. I remember that game. That was actually hilarious.
Did you guys win?
Yeah, we farmed him. We farmed him. I'm pretty sure Kenneth, like, not to be mean to Kenneth, I'm pretty sure he was like 0-20 that game because we just kept TPing around and killing him.
That was actually so fun. I might buy Relic Dagger too, I think.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did.
know.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Kenan has to be the most fun person to snipe in ranked.
He
and
is,
like
dude.
Q, dude, Coast would always be like, "Yo, he's in Q, get in here." I would play Kumba, dude. We had a bunch of people over at our house, like, but you were there. Did you come or no? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
It was like after one of the events. I can't remember, like sometime last split, and Kenneth was there, and I was talking to him, and he's like, "Can you please stop picking Kumba against me?" And I'm like, "Nope." But yeah, I love playing Kumba. That has to be my favorite, like, ranked thing to do is, like, queue up against Kenneth and pick Kumba. There's nothing better than that.
Dude, Kenneth's such like I love Kenneth as a person, but for some reason it's like Hurry. Like, they're so fun to mess with. There's just something about them. They're just plagued with it. It's just funny to mess with them.
Like Haddix, I love messing with Haddix, bro. Oh my god, I love it. I love like spam trading him, like when he's on my team. I'll spam trade with him, and like I just love messing with him so much, dude. It's
That's
so funny.
good.
It's the funniest thing ever.
It's cool that you and Haddix like known each other forever. There's a quote that Jake said. I can't remember. I was talking to him. It was like if it was during Roll Stars, but I'm like, oh my god. Did you play? Oh no, it was you guys were on opposite teams, right? In the solo lane matchup. So that's when it had to be because it's like, oh my god, it's Chadix versus Sot, and he's like, yes, the unstoppable force versus the unmovable object. And that's what Jake said. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Oh my god,
dude, was it you or Jake that started saying support Monopoly? Do you know what I'm talking
Not
about?
me.
I think I was pretty sure it was Jake, but it was one of you two. My favorite thing is like there were some ranked games last year where it would be like some combo of like the two of us, Jake, Genetics, Rongu, like we'd all queue ranked and we'd get on the same team, and then Jake would just be like free win support Monopoly.
No, I
loved it.
I would always
right.
say, Sal would always be like, "Oh my god!" There was a game that started. It was season 6 when we were in the same like playing area back when we were on Splice, and Sal got into a game and you had like 2 SEC supports and like 2 SPL supports. I forget who it was on your team, and I think was I on your team too, or was I against you? I don't remember.
I'm
or
not
was
sure.
I just watching you play like behind you? I might have been watching you, and you're like, dude, we lost 4 supports on my team. This is so bad. They're the worst players in rank. You're like, this is so bad. Like, why are they all on my team at the same time?
God.
I'm like, dude, you can't. You gotta. What did I say? I said you can't. I can't remember what I said, but it was so funny. I'm like, you can't not trust the supports or something.
Yeah, true.
And then
yeah.
you guys won, and then I always give you. I'm like, oh my god, you're against 4 supports.
true.
You lost.
Yeah, it's
I
so
always
funny.
message you that.
Dude, there's like two huge rules of ranked. Like the stack never wins. Like the stack always loses. And the second one is anytime people are against all the supports, like people are like, "Oh my god, game's so free," and they troll, and the supports own them every time. I love it.
True. Also, I remembered the SOT moment thing.
Yeah.
So around end of season 8 is like when I started like trolling more and like not like like getting owned more and like getting farmed. But in like season 5 or 6 or something, me and Sino we would like queue and we'd like own everyone, and then we just start trolling.
Yeah, no, that's what it. Yeah, that's what I thought it was from.
Yeah, it was from that. I think it was called like the SOT effect. Like the SOT Sino effect is like another name, but it usually was like the SOT effect. Like him and I would like every time we queued, every time we'd own everyone, and then we would just like be at their fountain, and then we would lose the game.
That's good.
And then after that, I was like trying really hard in ranked, like season 6. I was like trying really hard to be like rank 1 and all that. And then season 7, I tried a bit as well. Then season 8, I tried a bit as well, but I didn't take it as seriously.
You started streaming more in season 8, like way more
Yeah,
consistently too, right?
Yeah. And
That was
like,
Bugs here, right? You were on the Bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would be like inconsistent. Like I would stream for like a while and then like stop, and then stream for a while and stop. And season 9 was like the first year. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do like one thing, and that's like I'm gonna like because like I'm pretty inconsistent at everything in my life. So I'm like the one thing I'm gonna be consistent at is streaming, and so I said streaming. Because I would see like 500k and Haddox, like Nika, and like everyone like.
Dude, the solo laners, the solo lane have a monopoly on streaming.
For
real.
Like like they all did well with their streams. I'm like, dang, I wish I could do that. I wish I like was like more serious about it.
Yeah, I was actually talking about this the other day. Like when you stream, sometimes the main reason that stops me from streaming is I just feel like I cannot like focus. So if I want to like play picks for fun or something, like I just feel like I'm not like not enjoying the game because I don't enjoy it. I just like can't focus on it. And when you stream, sometimes you'll just like I watch you play like Iced and stuff, and you're just like playing the game, and it's so good. And I feel like I wish I could do that more. Like I wish I could just stream and just like actually focus on the game.
I still read my chat.
So hard. Yeah, exactly.
I'm the worst chat reader in the entire world.
It's hard to do both. It's like impossible. Like
it's so tough.
Insanely hard. Yeah, because like you also have to be like you have to be entertaining as well, and like
I swear that's why solo lane is OP.
Yeah, because you just like you sit there just like talking and like
you don't even have to interact for a while. And if you do get a game where you're against someone who doesn't play solo, you just own them so hard.
True,
you just destroy them.
Like it's like you can turn your brain off. You get a free solo kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like it's also hard because like if you're like trying to go for like YouTube videos as well, like you have to like try and like talk about what you're doing or like talk more about Smite.
For sure.
So it's like so hard to like talk to chat. Like talk to if you have like friends in Discord as well, and like focus on the game.
There's definitely a lot of people who think it's easy, but it's not easy. Like streaming like really consistently, like a lot of hours, a lot of games, and being entertaining, like it is a really tough skill set. I respect everyone who does it because like I try a good bit here and there, but like it's just a whole nother level. I think.
And like just like all that, and then like just other things like going wrong. Like every time I lag when I stream, it like makes me not want to stream anymore.
Yeah.
Like you have, dude. Like last year, I remember you told me you had a monitor or whatever, and when everyone used the emote that like jumped around or something, it like made you lag, and you still stream with that. I would instantly get tilted and turn my stream off if that started happening.
Yeah, it was the most annoying thing ever. Like I don't know what was wrong. I don't remember exactly what was wrong, but I think like I don't even know, but like every time someone would use like an animated emote or like someone would like gift a sub and have like the little bar.
Oh, you're saying in your actual chat?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like something in game.
No.
Oh no, like every.
That's awful.
Every chat.
I got a second monitor, and it would make his game lag.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, like I would be done. I'm done, guys, until I fix it.
Or I would turn off like whatever it is, like 7 TV or whatever. I would just turn it all off.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
It was tough. I don't know why I dealt with it so long. I should just not dealt with it. But I don't remember what was wrong or how I fixed it or what happened. But
I think didn't you just get a new monitor or something?
I think so. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Or maybe the monitor was like 60 hertz or something, and it was like
that makes sense.
And like my main was like 240 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it just didn't work.
I can't believe because like anytime something like that happens to me too, I feel like I'm the worst when it comes to anything involving lag in any game. If I lag and something happens, it tilts me to the ends of the earth, and I'm like, I just don't want to play like if I'm lagging or whatever. There's nothing more annoying. I have a shirt that says video games don't make me mad, lag does. That's like my favorite shirt that I have, and like I hate lag, man. It's the worst. And anything that just like lag, and even like any equipment like not working properly too is like really annoying.
For sure.
It's tough. Like I think like internet problems are like the worst problems like ever. Like the first world problem like ever. It's like
they really are.
It's like because like there's so many things that could be like going wrong, or like that could be like wrong with it. And it's like it just drives you crazy because like you're like helpless. You can't really do anything.
Dude, I had a first world problem today that reminded me of like the equipment. Today was I played SPL for like 9-10 years, whatever it's been. Today's the first day I forgot a piece of my equipment at home. I forgot my keyboard for the first game. Dude, shout out to Sam for soccer, by the way. He lives in the same apartment complex as us, so like he was willing to like bring it to me. Actually goated for that. But like game 1, I was so annoyed because there was a team fight. I missed like 3 Ganesha dashes in a row in the same fight, and it's because that button on the keyboard that they had at the studio, it's just like an older backup or whatever. I just couldn't like press it because I like press pretty softly, I guess, with my pointer finger, and I just couldn't press it. And then eventually I jam it, don't move my mouse, but it's the most first world problem. You definitely take it for granted like when that type of stuff happens.
Wait, that was today.
Yeah, it was today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, literally today.
Yeah.
I stood up and yelled the first game, and I think Genetics probably thought I was talking trash. I literally stood up and yelled, "That's without the keyboard."
He got so mad. That he's like, "Oh, these guys fucking suck." Like,
yeah. I do it.
That's awesome.
I do it
like
too.
the origin.
I do it too because I looked at it and he was so mad, and I yelled it, and my teammates started laughing because we're like, he has no idea what I just said. He has no idea. I just yelled, "That's without the keyboard."
That's funny. Yeah, like, that's why every time we won, he would get up and start like sit down.
Yeah. He loves it. I love it so much.
He was like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, but the world wins. Yeah, it was the dumbest thing, bro. We were dying.
Dude, it was so funny, but before game 5, we were all like out getting water and stuff, and I had asked to make sure if he still wanted to do the podcast because it was a long set.
Yeah.
And the casters were like, "What? Why are you guys so friendly?" At Jax and I just started laughing. We're like, "Out here, like we're all friendly. It's fine. In there, it's personal. Like in the booth, it's personal."
Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
That's a good way to be with it, I feel like.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun, like as much as everybody else that plays any game.
Trying to have fun, like,
And part of the fun is trash talking sometimes.
yeah, and even and even competitively, like we're also just like it's also fun to like learn and like try different stuff and just do whatever. Like, yeah, it is just a good time. Something I actually wanted to ask you about the start of the year. You had said you had wanted to transition to mid lane, and obviously anyone who watches your stream or is familiar with you at this point knows like you're a very good like carry player. Like there's a lot of like solo lane picks. I remember I think your first tournament win was last year, right? Where you were playing like hunters in solo and stuff. You would play like Uller, stuff like that. Yeah. Were you the MVP of that tournament?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. So like I remember that's definitely like something you're known for, and I was kind of curious about. You've covered like your mindset about that at the start of this year, and you know like when the team opportunity came up and it was like Daniel and Panny, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll just like play solo. I'm kind of curious, like, is there still a part of you that like still wants to play in mid? Is that like a long-term goal for you? Like, where do you see that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to do it at some point. I'm not sure. Like, I'm just like focused on like every game, like game by game.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
That's what like you taught me is like.
Yeah, for sure.
Game by game, but like, yeah, I've been thinking about it, and it's like, I mean, I'm not really sure because like, I mean, the next few years like uncertain, like in general about like everything. So it's like, you know, I'm not sure, but I think like if I'm still playing Smite, still streaming, and like everything's going fine, then like I'm not sure because like in solo lane it's like I mean every solo laner does a lot of like streaming, so it's like maybe I should stick with solo lane. Maybe that'd help with like streaming and YouTube because that's what people know me for and what people like. And maybe if I switch to mid, people won't watch me as much. Maybe I won't be as good in mid. Maybe I won't find a team. I'm not too sure, but like.
That's the thing. The future is always uncertain.
Yeah. So like, and if my team like if we like stay the same, then like maybe I'd like stick with my team. Because like you know we're like I think we're a solid team, and it'd be like kind of stress free. But like I do think I'd be pretty good in mid like over like a long period of time. But it's sort of like, do I want to finish out like playing solo lane and then like quit after a few years, or do I want to like play solo lane or play mid lane and then like try and get really good? Do you
think it would like rejuvenate your like It is just like a different learning process. Like, is that what you're saying? Like, it would just give you like more longevity. Is that what you think?
No, I don't think so. I just think like, how do I word this? Like, I mean, I'm not sure how long like every game's gonna like be. Like, every game can't be like live forever, right? So
yeah,
it's
of
like,
course.
It's like,
yeah, we're not basketball, right? Like, we're not
like
centuries and centuries old. Yeah.
It's like I want to like like. If Smite would be around for like let's say 10 years, like guaranteed, and like SP would be around for 10 years, then I'd be okay. Like I'd be like super happy playing mid like in like a year or two. Like I could be fine with that. But it's like I would like to play mid before like I'm done with Smite, before Smite's done.
Sure.
Then I feel like I could like be really good like Paul level, and stuff like Paul and Pegon level, that kind of thing. But it would take time, and like I'm just not sure if like the time is there. But like if the time isn't there, then I'll stick with solo lane. Like let's say like I play Smite for like 2 or 3 more years, like however long like things last or however long I'm like playing for, then like I'd be fine with solo lane. But like if I could play mid lane like longer term, like I'd be like really happy to play. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because it actually reminds me a lot of Baskin, like back in the day, because I think season 2 and season 3 he was a very good solo laner, but he also was very good at like carries and stuff. He'd play a lot of off role in ranked, like he'd pretty much just play any role. I know like going into season 4, he just wanted to play mid, and a lot of it was just because like he felt like he could be good at it. He felt like he had a lot of fun with it. He just liked mages in general, and like at this point, obviously, he's like gone back and forth. He's gone back and forth multiple times. Like he was solo lane season 2 and 3. He was mid season 4 and 5. Like solo lane again in 6. He played mid for us for like a tournament in season 7. Like
oh yeah, that's right. The rent a basket.
Yeah, the rent a basket. Yeah, he just goes back and forth, and it's kind of interesting. Like solo lane, I'm sure I would like. I definitely get the perspective of solo laners where it is probably the most like diverse role in terms of all this different stuff like you can actually play in your lane. And I could definitely see that like you just get accustomed to play styles or things that you like want to try more and like get better at. So it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, and like I think after like the recent like role star thing, like I played mid, and I had a lot of fun. Like I think I had a ton of kills. I was like 60-4 in like some Hebo game, and then I was like I lost like going like 10-2 in Scylla or something. And like I played overall like decent, but like it was like pretty fun. Like I definitely could I could do that for sure. I feel like I could be like pretty good because I think I'm like a really good hunter player. Like I think I'm like the best like actual hunter player in my opinion. Like I think I'm pretty solid at hunters, but I think I'm like really bad at like I'm like the worst like duo laner. Like if you put me in duo lane, I'm probably gonna die like the first 10 minutes like over and over. Like I guess I can't do it, but I'm like pretty good at, like late game. Like once it comes to hunters, like I position well and I know like how much damage I can do and like I can like. I'm confident and aggressive on hunters. Like let's say I'm Ram, I can just like dash in and know I can kill someone, and like live and get my damage off, stuff like that. Like stand my ground type of thing. So like that's why mid lane would be nice. You could play hunters, you could play mages, you could play assassins. I feel like I'm pretty good at those gods.
Guardians.
Yeah, you can play some guardians. That's why I like to do it, but like I don't know, like I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess. But like I think I could be the best in mid lane for sure, but it would take like a few years, like maybe 2 years or something.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like I've had a lot of role swapped players that I've played with throughout my career, and like the most recent one that I really remember a lot was Twig, and it's so sketchy too because like when we had asked him like would you like consider moving to mid for and we'll like pick up Sam for soccer and stuff, like when we had talked to him about that, it's kind of weird because he had said a similar thing where he was like it is like a long-term career risk a little bit because like he's so like accustomed to jungle, and that's like where he's like been a really good player for a long time, and it's like weird because it's less like, oh, do I think I can be like good or bad at the role, and it's more like, well, like long term, like what's like best for me as a player, and it like all goes into that. So it's definitely an interesting like thought to have. I'm just glad I'm hard stuck support, don't have to think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think for me, like I just like you were saying a little bit earlier, I think just being the present's the best way to be because like you're doing good right now. Who cares about next year or the year after that? Just keep doing what you're doing and just keep trying to be the best at what you're doing. And then
like I'm having fun in solo lane, so
and if a time comes to where mid you get like a good mid opportunity or like mid looks really funny, you want to do it, then do it. But right now you're having fun solo lane and it's going well for you, so I wouldn't worry about it that much. I feel like. For
sure. I haven't really thought about it too much, just like every now and then, but like it's sort of like
it's fun to talk about though.
It is fun,
exactly.
Because like I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a confidence issue because I also think like, can I be the best like player like period in Smite like ever? Like let's say like in like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like if Smite's still around and stuff, or like maybe if Smite ever dies, like who would people say is like the GOAT? You know, I mean, like if I stick with solo lane, would like my name be in there or like I'm not really sure. Like I don't think so, but like maybe. But probably not. But like if I go mid lane, then I think I definitely will be there, like for sure. Like I think like I'll definitely be like like without doubt in time. But like do I have time? So that's kind of like the thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's all moments OP, like being in the present.
Moment is OP. Yeah,
it's OP.
It's been pretty fun. Like this I've enjoyed like this year of like solo lane for the most part. Like season souls was like pretty cool. Like it was like nothing was like really like annoying. Like there's no like RDO running around or like really annoying stuff. Like it's just like Yorn, but like it wasn't that bad. It was like everything was pretty balanced. But like Season of Hope, like 10.3 was like my favorite patch ever because I feel like I could play like whatever. Like I could play Hebo and like Morgan and stuff, and like it was pretty good. You could play Warriors as well. Like you could kind of play everything at least at the start.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people got upset at the patch because maybe there were a few gods that they thought were too OP, but I felt like you could play a lot. Like, on Season of Hope, I felt like there was a lot you could play that was very, very good. Like pretty much every role.
Like if Solo Lane was like that patch to like forever, then I'd be like so happy. I'd be like happily playing it forever and like would not want any other role. But
you think it's not like that this patch as well? I think there's like a lot of options.
I haven't really tried it
right now.
I haven't really tried it too much, but like I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, it's hard. It's hard to pick like I don't know, like Morgan Le Fay or like Kiba or something, and like dominate. Like maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
But like I think back then when like the mages were like really OP and hunters were really OP, like in general, like I could play them and like still do pretty well.
Before like the stat squish and everything with all the items. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I was gonna try like when scrims, I was like gonna try it. I'm gonna try like playing like.
I'm running that down.
Scary stuff. Yeah, no, I was gonna try it. I was too scared to like do anything this tournament, so I'll probably try it in scrims. But yeah, this patch so far isn't too bad. Like everything seems like nothing seems like really OP that like you have to pick.
Yeah.
And like the 10.3, like you said, like the OP things like Vamana and Herc.
Vamana was crazy. Yeah.
Vamana was pretty OP. I feel like if they applied the nerfs they did like in the subsequent patches, or if they just like didn't like buff him that hard. I mean, it's obviously hindsight.
So I feel like Vamana was the main one of all.
Yeah, Vamana's definitely the main one, and like maybe Afro. Like Afro was like pretty bad as well. Like and like Hell, I guess. But like if they applied the nerfs they did to them like over time, like maybe I don't know, like in the beginning, like it would be perfect in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. I mean, I think most people would disagree, but.
I like that patch too, personally. Yeah. We didn't even play well on it. I still like the patch, yeah.
Yeah, I like that patch too.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I feel like for support, it was just a fun patch.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well.
There was like so many like things that were like seemed pretty good, like Nox, Horus, and like Afro Hell. Like all those were like pretty fun, I feel like, and like you could play them and have so much fun at least. Like I actually enjoyed support, like you know, you just have, like play this. Like I'm like wow, like I actually like queued up support just to play like you know like Afro and stuff.
Hell was so much fun to play. Hell's always fun to play.
I love Hell.
Yeah.
Stand swappers in general are fun. Like I was laughing at it when he had said Ardio. I'm like I like Ardio.
Ardio's my one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, you love Ardio. Yeah,
I'm an Ardio enjoyer.
But Soul Lane ruined that god.
She's
I
ruined.
know they did.
Lane.
Cerberus too, man.
Yeah.
I used to be such a Cerberus enjoyer. Soul Lane ruined him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ardio. I love Ardio, but she's just better Soul Lane. I remember I played season 8. I literally that's when I started. Like I used to play a lot of jungle off roll and ranked. I feel like, and like season 7. I don't know. Season 7, I didn't play that much like off roll. I guess I mainly played support. But season 6, yeah, like I played. Well, I played the Pele every season in the dual lane is like the hunter.
ADC, baby.
Yeah, I love that. But what's it called? I was like mainly like season 4 to season 6. I was more of like a jungler off roller, and then like season 8. Season 7, I don't know what I was. I was a support player. And then Season 8 is when I started playing more Soul Lane because I wanted to play Ardio again because Ardio was just better. Soul Lane, that's when they gave her like the 10-second 1 cooldown.
So,
oh, yeah.
Dude,
that was crazy.
That
so
was...
broken.
Dude, no one played her for the longest time, even in SPL. I'm like, the change happened. I was playing her in ranked like every game and I was just winning. I'm like, how is no one playing this?
Dude, you know why no one's playing it?
Because none of the Soul Laners like it.
They don't think it's fun.
Yeah,
so they don't want to play it.
exactly.
I think that all the time.
That's funny. Yeah, there are definitely some things like... I'm like, I feel like this should be played. Like, I don't know if people don't do this. I'm like, oh, because it's like boring. I'm like, I don't want to play. Like, there'll be times where like I don't like pick a god because I'm like, then like the other guy's gonna play it the next scrim and it's gonna be boring and maybe everyone's gonna start playing. I'm like, screw
Dude,
that.
Alec used to always say that. We'd be in like, anytime there was a Sobek meta or something, he'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Sobek's like the best pick ever here, but I really don't want to play it because I'm gonna have to play against it next game.
Yeah.
He loved it. He was just like, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
But he's like, trust me, in the SPL we're playing Sobek here. He loved it so much. He wasn't wrong. He owned on it whenever he played it in the SPL. Just you can't scrim with it.
Yeah, that's fair. You just don't. You just have Hells walking around in dual lane if people start playing Hell every game or whatever.
Yeah. I love it personally.
Yeah.
I love all the annoying stuff, but I'm sick in the head. So what are you gonna do?
Playing it is fun, but like playing versus is like
I like playing versus too. I don't know why, dude. I think I'm like just the complete opposite of other people. Like the characters I hate playing against are the characters that I feel like are really vanilla and standard. Like I don't have fun playing versus like Raijin. Like I love playing Raijin.
Well, you're a support player, and Raijin is the counter to support.
He is.
Literally, there's no good Guardian against Raijin.
But even like Merlin and stuff, like there's definitely counter picks you can have into Merlin, and like those characters I think are so fun to play, but because they're like so consistent, people just will pick them wherever, and they pick them all the time, and I'm like, dude, I'm just tired of it. Like I'll happily play against like Opwash or Zeus for a game and get absolutely owned. Like at least it's like different or fun. Is how I see it.
Dude, this patch for support, I was literally talking to Quig randomly the other day. He was like, he was in the Discord I was in before I played Iced, and he was like, dude, this is not the support patch at all because Raijin got buffed. Arachne got buffed. The two best gods
Dude,
against
people don't know that,
supports. Yeah.
Dude, when you're support and I see an Arachne in the jungle, I'm like, oh no! Get me out of there, man.
Arachne Raijin buffs, the two best gods against supports just in general. And then Arrow is like bought almost every game of dual lane and ranked. Dude, laning with a hunter that goes Arrow. Dude, that's why solo lane's fun. And I feel like that's why people like watching it more, because
no one can really grief you that hard.
Yeah, because like you have to lane with someone else for the first 5 minutes of the game. And if you have a slow start in ranked, and there's like things that are like if they go Arrow, like if the other team doesn't also go Arrow, or if they're just good and they go like an item that can clear the buffs faster, you're not gonna have fun in that game.
Seeing, like my on her 80s, like my random like on her and ranked like go Arrow, and I'm like nice, we got level 5 on her, we can kill this guy, and he ults it, does like 10 damage a spear. I'm like, I can't, like,
or he impales
I just can't.
the camps and the sides don't die.
Yes, dude,
you have a Hachiman with Arrow, he twos the camps, and you're like, the Quig was like, this is what Quig said, he's like, yeah, I'm playing Terra, I'm like, this is a sick game, we have Hachiman, Terra, we have really good clear, we're gonna have a really good dual lane. And he's like, yes, I wall the camps, Hachiman flag comes down, and the side camps are still alive, and I take half my health, and I walk into lane, and then we get to lane second, they hit level 2, so if I don't sit under tower, I die, but if I walk up, we don't get pressure, and then anyway, it doesn't matter, and then the lane's just over, and it's terrible. But I don't know.
Criminal.
That sounds depressing.
It's so bad.
Like I said, how do people play that role?
It's not fun sometimes.
Yeah, but to be fair, when you have like the really good queues and people actually try, then I think it's really fun.
Yeah, like if you the laning phase, if I can have a decent laning phase, I'll always have fun when I play support.
For sure.
If I have to go to a game, sit through an atrocious laning phase, and then they have like Miggy on the other team as Thanatos going 74-2 or something, then I'm not having any fun.
Junglers ruin every game.
True.
What can you do?
They actually do.
Dude, you're like, oh my god, yes, I finally get a good laning phase too. Even like good or bad laning phase, the jungler ruins the game because you're like, yes, I finally have a good laning phase. I'm gonna have a fun game. And then if Thanatos just comes out of the jungle, he's level 17 with 4 items. You're like level 6. He dunks on you, one shots you, and you're like, okay, it's time to lose, I guess. Oh man,
how's it been this year? Like kind of that dynamic of your guys' team. Like I was thinking about it with Rank as he was saying it as well. Like you and Daniel, like because I played with Daniel last year. Like there's some good moments you get in scrims. How's that been this year? Like have you had a lot of fun, or do you guys get a little too wild, do you think?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think it's been just right amount of fun. Like
it's good.
We don't go like fun overboard. I mean, maybe sometimes. But
I mean, you gotta have fun.
Every team does
that.
Every couple times a year,
for sure. Yeah, you gotta have fun.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we do it too much. Cause like we do it too much, but we don't go like overboard. Like we kind of have, like we have fun like SPL games, but like we don't like do it to where like it ruins us. Like maybe sometimes like. He's like I'll gank the Robin, and he ganks Nika, and he's like got his shield, and then like stuff like that, like it's just, like
he loves that, dude.
Shield down, he's like back to mid. He's like much of like,
dude. We were talking about it before the podcast. My favorite with Daniel, he would do it in scrims and in the SPL. If he ever like died for first blood or he died earlier or something, he'd like sound a little sad. He'd be like, yeah, my game's ruined, I'm gonna be useless. Like, and then we'd be like, oh, can we fight mid? Oh, like I'd ask him like, oh, can I come mid? Like, can we fight here? And he's like, no, I'm out of it. Like, I'm out of the game. And then he'd get one kill. He'd be like, we're back in it. The mental's back. And then he'd die again and be like, guys, the game's over. He just goes back and forth. He loves it.
Yeah, I think my favorite time with Jake and Pagon earlier this year was like when Vamana was OP. I was like hating Katana Vamana. I think it was an SPO game, but like I think it started in an SPO game, but we did it like every game pretty much. But I'd be like Vamana ulting, just like stomping, and then as I'm like holding left click, holding W, they're like, holy shit, holy crap, he's so good, holy crap, holy shit, he's playing Vamana, like in that voice, like the montage, like holy shit, get the camera type of thing.
That's awesome.
It's the funniest thing. Now I do that pretty much every day, like every scrim, and it's gotten to a point like it's like taking over me, like. I'll be like on myself, like by myself, and I'm just like, holy crap, like that guy just ran a red light or something, like so I'll be like driving, I'm like, holy crap, that guy just like is going 40 miles an hour, like a bunch of random stuff. It's awesome. It's really funny, but it was like the first time was so funny. I'm just like Vamana ulting, and they're like, holy crap, holy shit. It's like it's like no skill, like but they're like pretending it's like so much skill, it's so dumb.
Oh man,
It was good.
Yeah, the game we beat you guys, I think, earlier in the like the first phase when you guys were undefeated, we won one game against you guys after my 0-8 outwash performance. Of course.
I remember that.
Baskin played Vamana, and he literally just walked down solo
Yeah,
and stopping all four of you guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he killed everybody.
Yeah.
And then he just walked up into mid, like into your Phoenix, I think, and he just starts stomping everybody. He's like, "Yep, we won."
That game was brutal.
That was so, dude. Vamana was so dumb.
When we played him in the split, the first set, we won game 1, and then game 2 we played Vamana, and there was a gold Fury I called, and I'm like, yeah, let's just do, like, nothing else was up on the map. I'm like, let's do gold, like, worst case, just let me die if you have to. And he Vamanas me, and then, like, my teammates, like, stepped, like, 1 inch too far, and he's just hasten proc, and they just go stomp, 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 stomp.
Yeah,
they get fire, win the game.
Like Marty or Rama or something, right? I
Yeah.
remember that at one point, like, yeah, just like no escape, and I'm just like,
Dude, and I was Kepri too, so when you're Kepri and you tank the gold and you get the gold fury debuff, the slow, and I'm a fat bug, I actually could not get away from you. I'm just getting stomped on and body blocked by a huge baby.
You're really squashing the Kepri into the ground.
Squash the bug.
You're squashing the roach, man. It's so messed up.
That's funny. That debuff used to give so much gold. It was crazy. You get like 1,000 gold or something. Like
Dude, he loves that.
Yeah.
Did you get that from him?
No, I did not.
No, I don't think
know.
so.
Yeah, it's so OP.
Yeah, I love that. Dude. Oh, okay. Speaking of Gold Fury, I already said the ring around the rosy thing was my thing. He was the reason why I did it. You were the one who told me about it. Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You were the one who made like that meta. It wasn't even me. Like it was all credit to Saad. Like that's why I did it.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
You're
Yeah.
like, dude, this guy's doing this in my rank game.
Yeah,
like,
I was
every
like-
game. You should do this.
Yeah, I remember
Like, okay.
I was streaming, and I think I said something about it. I'm like, this seems OP.
Dude, my favorite is I would do it as my troll. Like, I would do it to the Titan, like you kill all 5 and you're ending the game. And I'd be like, don't worry, guys, I can tank this forever. And I just kite it around the Titan room forever. And every ADC I've ever like had, like whether it's a mid player or not, like hunter player, I guess I should say, they just rage so much. They're like, dude, I can't hit it.
You guys did that like last was it in the playoffs? I think you guys ran the Titan in a circle.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, for like
we did.
you guys like ran it for like 25 seconds.
Yeah, we were trying to kill Jake. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. That's my 2 favorite things. I love tanking the
Trying
Titan
to
in a
cleave him?
circle.
Yeah. I was trying to body block him.
Nice. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. There's my 2 favorite like troll things to do at the end of the game are running the Titan in a circle, and also, I love this in the SPL. If you kill everybody and the minions are gonna end, I love all running to the Titan room, but watching the minions end because I literally not as BM, but just purely because Twitch chat's like winions.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, every time.
Everybody loves it.
It's funny.
Dude, I love watching the minions just do all the work. It's great.
Yeah.
They go crazy. Fire minions are nothing to mess with.
Yeah, we lost to the Oni fire waves in our Leviathan set. Like there was like 2 waves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like trying to like fan the fire. I'm like, come on, please, and like I beads to get my cooldown back to stop the wave, and Genex is like, do we need to back? And then the game just like the Titan dies like, do we need to back? And then the Titan just dead, and then he's like, oh.
Oh, so sad.
Unlucky.
Was that game 4?
I think so, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you were Wukong,
Yeah, it was
right?
game 4. It was game 4. Yeah, I
you
did
were
nothing.
Wukong.
I was like 2 and 7 or something.
That game, I remember every time you tried to go in that game, you just got one tapped. You couldn't even get up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I was like so squishy. I feel like my build was fine, but like I just died so fast.
It's okay. It was a tier montage next game.
Yeah,
what can you do?
Yeah. When in doubt, tear out. You know.
When in doubt, teared out.
Yep.
That's the best. Dude, I feel like you like when people think of you, they probably think of Tyr. I feel
For
like,
sure.
right?
Yeah, maybe.
Tyr and Uller is probably like the 2.
I think Osiris is another one.
maybe
People love
Osiris,
Osiris, yeah.
Dude, you know who Ramakami is in ranked
Yeah.
when he's in SCC?
Yeah.
I played a couple ice with him. He's like, dude, why'd Sot never play Uller at Worlds? That would have been so sick. he always says
Yeah,
that.
true. I should have. I got scared.
Yeah.
I got
You
too
got
scared.
scared?
Yeah, I got scared. I was like, I was going to remember like.
Yeah, I remember.
I think I played that one game
Yeah.
when you were Sylvanas and we had Tiamat and stuff, and like we should have won, but we were like, I forgot what happened.
Was that against us?
No, it was just
against the
Scrim, I
Kings?
think.
Oh.
No, it was like I think it was in like the
Oh, in the
SEC teams or
qualifier?
whatever. Yeah, qualifier.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened there. But yeah, we should have won that game, I remember. We practiced that comp,
We
and it
did.
was really good because
Yeah,
it was
seemed
like
pretty good.
Tia, Uller, Poke, and we just sit there and heal with Sylvana. It was sick.
Yeah, it was
but,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then it just didn't work out, I guess.
Yeah, and I chickened out. I feel like if I played it, it would have went fine. But,
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
Your
But-
Uller was crazy that year.
But
that first split was that was literally just an SOT montage, and then
that was fun.
Then shout outs to Billy who helps us with a lot of the production on the podcast. He made the one video.
Yeah. That was the funniest thing in the world.
Oh my god, I love that video. That was so funny. You're like, dude, you couldn't believe it after you were like, wait, you're like, no way, and you started laughing so hard.
That was the funniest thing, yeah, because me, Paul, and Lairs, I think we'd all like meme about like the stupid video, like just randomly would be like we'd like start reciting this like whatever she was talking about.
Yeah, no, you would always start saying it like randomly, just rehearsing like all the things. You'd be like, yeah. I don't even know how it goes. I was like gonna say how it goes.
Yeah, the animals are leaving.
Yeah, the animals are leaving. Something.
Yeah, like the aliens aren't contacting us. The government hates us. Like the animals are leaving. I don't know what she's talking about.
Say that like in every single Scrim I remember.
It was so funny. And then like we're like walking out, and like, all right, guys, should we get some food? And then we're like, huh, what's that? I mean, look at the TV. It's just like
I gotta watch that clip again.
I remember looking at Paul's face, dude. He's like, what? Like it's like are they watching? Are they like? Like is this like the wrong stream or something? And then we just see the other thing, and we start dying, bro. It was the funniest thing.
So good. I loved that so much. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, by the way, or no? Anything that we didn't mention? Anything about like this year, or anything from like the past seasons that we didn't touch on, or no?
I got everything on my notes personally.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to talk about.
Yeah,
nice.
How about you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I've had fun.
Yeah, it's
so
been
thanks
fun.
for coming on again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a ton of fun.
Thanks again. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, as Aurora said at the start, we'll be on every Sunday after the SPL. So times will fluctuate depending. I think it'll be 2 best of 5s every day, right? So depends on how quick the sets are. But yeah, Sa, can you tell people where they can find you, your stream, Twitch, YouTube, all that?
Yeah, just twitch.tv/SoloOrTroll and SoloOrTroll and pretty much everything else. YouTube, Twitter, X.com. That's pretty much the only places you can find me. Nexus link, nexus.com.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Boom.
That one's SoloOrTroll too, you said? Sorry, I talked about
SoloOrTroll, yep.
Nexus where you get gems, right?
Yep.
In other games, you can get gems in games, or
you get Smite gems like there's like
certain skins.
There's like sales pretty often, like only on Nexus. Yeah, I mean,
if you're not familiar with Nexus and you have like content creators you watch, you should definitely check. It's just a win-win for everybody.
Yep,
it's just good.
It's I feel like it's easier to buy gems on Nexus than it is like in the actual
100%.
Because all you do is you buy the gems, you get the code, you put the code in, boom, it's
also way easier to buy gems for your friends. Because I also used to like, if I wanted to like give gems to somebody or something, like I'd be so worried about misspelling their name, but instead it just gives you a code. You just copy paste. It's super easy.
And you can also get scammed on like Amazon or something. Like I think I bought gems one time. I never got the gems like online somewhere.
So
I hate that. Yeah. But anyways, yep, you can find Sot on all that stuff. Thank you again. We'll be back every Sunday on Aurora's Twitch until, it should just be Sundays every single day.
Just like after the last SPL set.
Yep, after the last SPL set. If something changes, we'll definitely let you know in advance. But yeah, you can also catch the VODs on Spotify at Inside the SPL or on my YouTube at PBM Smite. But yeah, thanks again, Sot. It's a fun weekend. Looking forward to SPL in a couple weeks.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Bye.
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 One If I'm Trolling from Professor BM. You can hear the audience. I wonder if there's a